Well, welcome and good evening, you wonderful dice of all alignments, and I want to double check to make sure the recording's real. I need to stop doing it. I need to just have trust that it's working. But this is part 23 of the letter. Last let off, I think we got done with Marriott. I don't know. I'm trying to use a controller on this game. It never worked with this one anyway. Not that you need it for click. Thanks. So we're on Becca. Zach's alive. Marianne fucked Luke. So I just did part 7 of the 20XX thing where I tried to do all hard mode with all skulls on. So that went horribly. Well, right now we're a Super Skipiya-jin. Super Saiyan skipping. I don't know if Becca's going to have any new things. It'll still be, like I said, the biggest thing here. Like, okay, Marianne having fucked Luke. Am I going to try to make people nice to each other? Okay. I need to be nicer to... So I'm trying to make everyone actually like each other. So everyone's going to like everyone. Well, how are we on this? Isabella, super good with Zach and Ash. We need to try to have her a little bit better with Becca. And Marianne, if possible. I don't think that's going to be an option. Hannah. Bad Luke. Ash. And Becca's really good with Ash. I think I'll hook Ash and Isabella up, or I still got to do an ending where like everyone likes everyone and where everyone hates everyone. I don't know. And one where everyone lives and everyone dies. Okay, main point is we could stand to be a little nicer for this.
And during the open house, even if there were a lot of people around, there were weird things.
Hi! Hey! Question. If the ghost is in our back seat, does that mean we count as a carpool lane? Yeah, does that mean it counts as a carpool lane? What if I have Ash good with both people?
Let me go, you uncouth... So, yeah. I don't know which one's positive, which one's negative.
Isabella.
Do you really think that?
That was negative? Huh. Yep, creepy face girl. We can afford to be a little negative with Luke. Yep, that works. So I'm going to try to hook up Ash and Isabel, but I am going to have... I'm going to try to have where Ash is super positive with both Isabel and Becca. I don't know if it's possible to make them tie, but I'll at least try to have them both over the threshold. Okay, so one thing would make me more negative with Isabel, the other would make me more negative with... I can afford to be more negative with Isabel at the moment. Okay, so we're still positive on both people. It's kind of nice at the super speed, you don't see the ghost creep up on them and be really weird. On slow speed, you're like, I have to look into your eyes!
Care to explain your reasons?
Yep, that's a positive. Hi! How are you today? We're not going to be done. Hi. And now we're Ash. Okay. Gotcha. At least this is a lot faster if I was sitting here. What would it even sound like if someone read at that speed? Well, I know she'll get super pissed if I stretch the truth here.
It's confidential, Rebecca.
So we're really good with Becca, really good with Isabel, really good with Zach. Awesome. I don't know how boring this is to watch. Then again, if you've stuck around this long in this Let's Play, then you should at least be as invested as I am. Which means, thank you. Thank you so much for, well, actually being here with me. And even though this Let's Play will be probably well complete and finished before, you know...
When?
Like, yes, this Let's Play will be way, way beyond finished by the time anyone comments on any of these videos. That being said, I'll still be happy to hear from you guys. Even if it's an older video, it'll still be cool to hear you. I'm glad I can skip those. But of course, anytime I get a new one, I'll at least try it. It was just the elevator one was the only one that I never actually succeeded on normally. Because I just couldn't do it. I'm still considering the idea of getting the VR stuff for Beat Saber. And maybe if there's other... Yes! Zach is alive! Yes! This is unread! This is the first time you've been alive, Zach! This far into the game, you've always been dead at this point. Very horribly, I might add. In the end, after the third attempt with no one answering, I stopped and moved to cut the call for Ragged
Waiting
X.
game it is, then.
I've been trained for those. Hell, I'm used to them. Just not when it comes to people I'm close to. Personal feelings will likely get involved at some point. It's starting now, actually, with the anxious strings, coiling and uncoiling, causing a racket inside my stomach. And that's exactly when the line finally connects. Yes, because we didn't get ourselves killed this time, Zach. Before he even speaks, my question has already slipped out, including every pent-up worry and tension in my mind.
Where are you?
The line's choppy, though I can still make out the words he's saying. Nothing to worry about then. He's just someplace where network coverage is shitty. Can't imagine where at this time in the morning, though. Did he go out for a jog?
That Ash? Could you repeat that? Signal shitty here.
I asked, where are you? Hell, Zach, I've been calling your number for a good 20 minutes now. What kind of shithole did you get into?
I have meant that to sound as friendly as possible to keep things light, at least. Instead, only the frustration shows
Good
my
morning
voice.
to you, too. I should be asking you that question. I've been looking all over the mansion for you. I thought you'd be...
What mansion?
Do I really need to answer that?
Why are you even...
Please don't tell me that's his plan, a morning visit to the mansion, where Luke Wright is. Of all the pig-headed things to do right now, is that the best he'd come up with? Breaking and entering? I've got plenty of reasons to rail at him right now, although no matter how much I want to give him a piece of my mind, unfortunately it's not the time.
No, wait. Just get your ass to Isabella's place, and hurry.
He pauses a moment, a second of indecision, while he seems to contemplate his options.
How urgent is this?
In truth, the question is the hesitance and the indecision in his voice has caught me completely off guard, and understanding dawns on me. His decision to go there isn't one born out of stupid impulse. He must have found something. However, no matter how urgent it is, he still shouldn't have gone there, alone at that. Despite myself, in the split second of comprehension, I allow it to show. A weakness. A simple request brimming with every unease and disquiet, causing turmoil within me since last night. It bears a selfish hope that he'll understand, even though the unstable signal, that whatever's keeping him there, he'll be willing to set it aside.
Pressing enough for you to stop asking questions and get yourself here. Please, Zach.
Silence fills the other end of the line again. For a long moment I assume he won't heed it, and I'll have to drive there himself, just to drag him away from whatever danger he's skirting. Thankfully, he agrees.
I'll be there in a few. An hour or two tops.
Thanks. I'll see you.
Relief washes over me as soon as the call ends. Normally, I don't let myself a moment of respite at times like this. Gotta stay alert. Rebecca's still out there and has yet to return any of my messages. But I do for the moment I relish in it. Probably the first time I've permitted myself to do so since last night. Even the muscles in my shoulders have been complaining from all the tension I've taken on. It still annoys me that all I can do right now is grit my teeth and trudge back to Isabella's apartment. Useless. That's what I am in face of all this. A mad dash around Luxor instantly isn't going to help things. I'm not going to simply stumble across them. The city's too big a place for one person to go searching for only two people. I'll be lucky if I even glimpse hair of either of them. With one last hopeful glance toward the open skies, I slip back into Isabella's apartment and close the door behind me. I might have already grown used to this, but the waiting will always be the hardest part. More so when it's the people you care about.
You're up early.
Until Zach gets here or until I've received an answer from Rebecca, whichever comes first. You know, I feel like I want to try to make that.
Thank you.
All of a sudden, a knock breaks the moment, and just as fast, both our attention. Is Zach here before Becca? Before things get awkward fast, I stand at the door while muttering some flimsy excuse in the process.
I'll get that. It's probably Zach or Rebecca.
Really, I know we're in a pinch, but their timing can't get any worse. Unrelated frustrations aside, once I fling the door open, a whole chunk of the stone that has been stuck at the pit of my stomach simultaneously unseats itself. There in the hallway stands Zach, his hand raised for another knock. Yes, you're alive, Zach! We will be so much better with you! Although he's not his most presentable at the moment, ruffled and drenched with sweat as he is, relief quickly washes over me like a tide. Give the Z-Man a hug! He's still panting when he pushes me aside and heads in. You are going to be so much help to us later. Plus, I'll be honest, every time I kept seeing you mauled and your eyes gone, I felt so terrible. I'm like, oh shit, Zach, no. One that has a hint of panic in it.
You said it was urgent. Did anything happen? Is it Becca? Bella?
Everyone's fine. Well, Becca's not here. She went.
There's going to be a different version of this game where we take Zach to see Becca's
but Isabella's
crushed corpse.
I'm here, Zach. Morning.
His weight shifts at the same time. The stiff line in his shoulder eases once Isabella walks up to us and welcomes him with a smile. He relaxes then, returns her greeting in kind. As soon as he has let out a breath he has been holding, and the tension's finally off his body.
So, nothing's wrong? Why'd you call me here for then?
My explanation can wait. He has a lot of explaining to do. The fact that he went to Anselm alone, for some godforsaken reason, warrants a proper one. Ghosts or not, he's already been given a warning. It frustrates me to no end. This might be the plan he mentioned the last time we spoke. I get that he's worried about Hannah Wright. Somehow they've become friends, but that's not the issue here. Not when there's a murderous ghost who might go after any. Well, right now it's trying to kill Becca. Sure, Zach made it here in one piece by some dumb luck. He's alright and takes one off the list of people I need to worry about. Frankly, as annoyed as I am, I can't just stay angry at him when I look at him. Give him a hug and I'm like, yes, we're happy you're alive, man. Hell, if I didn't connect to Zach then, there might have been a chance he wouldn't be standing here. Yeah, that's more than a chance. Okay. Save. We're gonna try to be nice to everyone. Super good with Isabel. Yep, I expected that to be positive, it was. Except when I open my mouth, the only thing that spills from it is my own relief. Despite myself, despite my rational part of my brain screaming everything wrong about Zach's neat little plan. By the way, I plan to start playing Doggone Ropa. It's a visual novel horror thing. I don't know what to expect. Other than apparently there's some sort of like imposter, like Among Us style gameplay or something. I don't know.
You're okay.
You did tell me not to do anything stupid.
Suddenly the whole room feels too heavy and I am able to do is drop down on the couch. Headaches only threaten to burst in the same moment. Or perhaps this is what the release from anxiety feels like? Regardless, I reach up a hand to pinch the bridge of my nose, and even if it's likely to do nothing to alleviate the impending pain.
Christ, you were right there! We have this stupid curse thing going on, and you were right there! You just walked up inside a private property! Those people can easily sue you for breaking and entering, and that's the least of it.
I know, Ash. But I can't just leave things as they are. I've got to do something.
God damn it, Zach, I was worried.
Rightfully slow, because fucking judo ninja Butler kicks the shit out of Zack, and then he gets locked in a cell where he gets mauled by the ghost and has his eyeballs chopped out. And then wrapped in a ribbon and in a box. Before my annoyance grows again, I snap at him, though he suddenly catches me in a headlock. His arms looping around my neck while he grinds his knuckles against my skull. I was giving him a noogie. Helpless, I squirm under his grip in protest. Even then, it's hard to do when you're up against a 6-footer. And he is tall.
Zack!
Aw, he's worried. Why didn't you say so? That cool act ain't gonna fool me anymore.
Let go!
He relents soon enough, though after he's done ample damage to my hair. I hate it when he does that. Hey, you're our friend, Zack. We have a right to be worried about you, buddy. Especially when, me, the guy on this computer screen, knows what fate awaited you. Makes appreciating little moments like this easier. Still.
Seriously, Zack. Why are you even there?
Told you already. I was looking for you.
Why would I even go there?
Well, you mentioned a plan with Isabella here. I assume that's where you guys went, since that's where she found the letter. Sorry. I was really at a dead end.
The logic in it stuns me into silence, to say the least. Then I remember his hesitance, the tone he has taken before agreeing to go here, and all at once my anger from what he has done wanes. Partly this is my fault for keeping things vague. I can't berate him for assuming that when I've only left him with vague answers.
You could have called me.
I did.
I didn't receive any, and my phone was with me.
You're kidding, right? I was at it the whole night.
The whole atmosphere in the room changes in 2 heartbeats. Back again, the tension-riddled one plaguing us. Zack stays like I've grown another head, then gradually he shifts his attention to Isabella. The expression in his eyes questioning, asking for a confirmation, like my words that can't be trusted. Not that I'm holding it against him. I can't even believe the things coming out of my mouth these past few hours. Meanwhile, Isabella stays quiet, and has been like that for quite some time. She looks like she wants to disappear right now. Guilt, frustration, anger, fear, all the flashes fleeting across her face, before it melts away under an expression of worry.
Please tell me he's joking. You were there?
No, we really didn't get any. Everything was quiet last night. But Zack, at BRC, Ashton and I saw...
She never gets to finish that.
Sup, Bob Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers watch out.
Okay,
Can't
and it's
beat
Becca
me. Looking for
having
trouble?
just escaped the
Better
ghost.
not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, Bob Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers watch
It's
out.
Becca.
Can't beat
I'll tell her to get
me.
here as
Looking
soon
for
as she
trouble?
can.
Okay, and I remember in the previous scenes when he received this phone call from Becca.
Sup, Bob
It
Ash from
was at
Deluxe
the
City.
precinct
Baggers watch out.
when they were trying to get Zack out. But at least she's alive and not going to fall off the library roof. Better than the calm sadness of, the happy person that was like, hey, I'm glad I was able to know you. Like, I was glad you were in my life right before, she...
Becca, where?
Yeah.
I got your message. What happened?
Nothing. Yet? Where are you?
Downtown. I had to make a quick visit to the library.
I'm glad it was a quick and not a stashing one.
Isabella has been talking about. There's something you guys need to...
Please tell me you didn't... Whatever. Save it for later. I'm at Salemwell. If you can get here as soon as possible, that'd be really great. This is... related to that.
You're there? Is Isabella with you?
Yeah, Zack too.
I hold up the phone toward the two, giving it a shake, urging them to speak. Both are still carrying worried looks on their faces. This should ease that. Yeah, everyone is
Rebecca's asking for
alive.
you two.
Becca? Is she okay? Hey, Becca!
Hello, Rebecca. Odd morning we're having, eh?
Hey, you two. What's happening over there? Is this something I should be worried about?
We'll tell you once you get
Well,
here. Please hurry.
We're all fine from the ghost
I don't
because it
like
was
the
busy
sound
with you.
of that, Ash. But I'm on my way. Give me a few minutes. I'm driving.
She mumbles a goodbye, then hangs up. Becca's the last person I need to account for, yet that call left even more strained tension in the room. Thankfully, we don't have to linger in it for too long. She only takes a matter of minutes to get here, and the second she steps in the room, Isabella clings to her.
I'm so glad you're okay.
Yes!
Kristen checked on you this morning.
Everybody's fine.
She did?
Everybody's
I'm sorry,
alive.
I was in a hurry.
Everybody's
I
alive.
didn't have time to drop
Hi
by and
for
let
the
you know.
Dario.
It doesn't
Everybody's
matter. What's important
alive.
is you're here.
Yes! Granted, at the end of this, we're still going to be like, Hannah's possessed. And then we have to go back to the very beginning and kill Isabel. And then have everyone else deal with the fact that Isabel is dead. Then we gotta actually deal with trying to figure out how to stop Hannah from getting possessed. And have an ending where everyone's super happy with each other. I don't know if I care enough to get the ending where, like, Zach's pissed at everyone. Everyone's pissed at Zach because, I don't know. I don't think that really matters. Like, I'd rather just have everyone be happy. But yeah, save and sound. Everyone is alive. Yeah. It all sprouts a hat full of questions. And exactly what happened and how she ended up in that state. Pretty sure there's a simple trip to the library won't do that. I grab her arm before she can walk fast, carefully to avoid hurting her in case there really is an injury. Seems like a first glance, although minor internal fractures are the question. I do feel that I've already read this, but I will actually read it the way it normally would be. Yeah. Both of them turn to me almost at the same time, their eyes searching mine for answer. Rebecca, for her part, doesn't appear quite pleased with the interruption. Or the fact that someone has brought it to light. I don't know what the proper answer here is. We're good with both people, but I think this would be the good one.
You okay? You're limping.
Yep, that was positive. Very much so. I guess the other one would have came off as judgmental. And this is just, hey, you're my friend. I'm worried about you. You're limping. You okay?
It's fine. I just had a little accident.
Little accident. Hard to believe when the other arm's nursing supposedly a fine arm. Isabella doesn't buy any of it either.
In a library? Well, yeah. It kinda caught me off guard.
Something's happened there, hasn't it?
I don't have to elaborate on the question further. Shortly, she goes very still, and the hand placed over the right arm, and she slips ever so slightly, its grip on the limb tightening. Not too firm to hurt, but just enough to gesture to comfort herself. Warily, she casts a glance at everyone in the room. But only the one that she spares for Isabel lingers longer. In that moment, something unspoken passes between them. An understanding. It strikes me seconds later how utterly familiar her expression is. The same one I've seen too many times in Isabella. Since that day at the movie house, every time her attempts to warn us have been rudely dismissed.
Let me see.
Can we? We have to check if it's bad.
Rebecca hesitates for a moment. Then after a minute of consideration, she sighs and reaches for the hem of her sleeve, raises it just enough for Isabella to take a good look at it. Not swollen, but a large portion of her skin starting to turn an ugly shade of purple.
Oh, that is gonna be one hell of a nasty bruise.
Tell me about it. It was a library cart that hit me. You know, the old metal ones they keep near the history section.
Ouch! Like I said, nasty.
But she's there? She went after you.
Yeah, I was in the archives, looking something up. Suddenly, she was just there. Belle, she was using my own students against me. What kind of terrible person does that? Oh, it makes my blood boil.
You should have just ran. That woman's not something you can hit with a book.
Laugh it up, Ashton, I did. Then the bloody cart came out of nowhere. And you know what? If it weren't for a damn book, I would be dead by now.
Yeah, Isabel is the only character who has not died. Well, actually, Luke hasn't died yet either. Who hasn't died out of the main cast? Luke and Isabel. Technically, Hannah hasn't died either, but Hannah has got possessed. So, that kind of counts. No, I'm pretty sure that counts. If not worse than actual death. Then again, it seemed like everyone's souls got trapped in the mansion afterward anyway, so I don't know. Main point is that Isabel and Luke have not suffered a terrible fate.
I'll go get a cold compress for that arm. You guys take a seat first. Ashton and I, we have a lot of
I
things to
assume
talk about.
if Hannah doesn't get possessed, there's a way for her to die. And I assume if Hannah doesn't get possessed, there is a way for Luke to die. But, like I said, we're going to go through the story with this iteration. And then we got to go back to the very beginning and, kill Isabel, the main character. And then after we go through the whole game like that, we got back through, have Isabel get a priest bless the damn house, and then we got to actually try to save Hannah. And you don't even know about the shit with Marianne. Or the shit with Hannah. Is there any way to save Rose? Because Rose is like one of the first people to die, period. I don't know if there's a way to actually save her. There probably isn't. But I think there should be a way to save her. Maybe if you stop Hannah from being possessed, maybe you can save. I don't know. The next thing I know, frustration rears its ugly head and the sheets of paper I've been holding smacks the table. For some reason, it just made me think of the cereal Honey Smacks. Or Cookie Crisp. Hey, you guys ever imagine the Kool-Aid man? Oh yeah, like, oh no, oh yeah! Like, what if, the Kool-Aid guy walked up to somebody and then he did a half front flip and landed opening up over top somebody, sealing the... And then, say it's a hard thing, like pavement, so the top part of the Kool-Aid guy goes around on the ground, sealing in the liquid. and the Kool-Aid guy's just there smiling and laughing as a person drowns inside his Kool-Aid, trying to punch
I know,
their
but
way
what
out.
are we
They
supposed
just
to be
drown
looking
and
at here
die.
in the first place?
Well, we already looked through those files. You're the one that picked it out last night, right?
All of them? I'm pretty sure every person we've checked in there isn't
I should have
necessarily
brought a drink
involved.
here.
One client possibly died of old age.
I have a fake
Remember,
bar,
you
but
found
I'm
that dumb
hold on,
paper.
eating it.
Not so
Because-
dumb if it can kill all of us.
Very funny, Z-Man. Anyway, like I said,
I want to reread
you
that.
discovered that paper right before the open house. No one else was allowed inside during that time.
Not so dumb if it can kill all of us. You are too happy for this situation. But I'll say this. You are a grounding element for us. You are a rock and an anchor. And I'm sure in a lot of situations that are going to occur, you are going to be the person to keep the group together. And, I mean, I'm a planner. You are a make everyone like each other person. You are awesome. And we have been sorely missing you. Not just because you're one of the group and because you're one of our closest friends, but because you are the most compassionate and patient out of all of us.
It's too broad of a scope if we include every single person. In fact, the only notable ones are C and Jean Marie.
There should have been more enough people to end this fucking curse already. Well, like I said, it was those kids that actually... They found the letter, the original letter. All the letter originally said was "help me." That's all it said.
They went
That's
in and out
all
of
it said.
but
It was
no,
the kids who
you still
added
don't
the
get it.
part that said
What
show
I'm
to
trying
five
to
people.
say about those clients is...
Maybe there's more than one of it. Even my friend, the priest from the cathedral. He's been acting strangely. There might be more than one of that paper going around that we don't know about. More to this. I mean, look at all this stuff Rebecca brought with her. Apparently our teachers have been lying to us all these years. So who knows?
Hey, now don't blame us. Blame the bloody books they wrote.
Copy of an old newsprint from even before the city had been founded. Her eyes narrow of each line it passes, but lingers at the illustration. I think we already did this one.
Why do they have to keep this in the restricted section?
How should I know? I wasn't even aware we have. As a matter of fact, maybe they didn't think it would be important.
That or some old bugger's hiding.
Yep, we'll take this at a normal pace. A harsh booming noise rending through the eardrums of everyone in the room. All at once, the three of them are on their feet while they quickly palm for my gun on the table. However, before I can pull it up and remove the safety, the whole racket stops. Stillness descends in the room, and amidst the sudden hush, the four of us exchange anxious glances. So much for a break.
Ashton, that might be...
Gather everything.
No questions asked, they waste no time getting to work, piling up the documents we've been reading through. Even Isabel is unusually silent as she gathers everything in her arms, her own movements sharp and precise, a deep furrow in her brow. There's fear, but there's something hardened and urgent overshadows it. But the moment doesn't last. Before we can even finish, another noise ups the tension, already gripping the place. Suddenly the lights go out, and the wardrobe at the end of the room rattles, as if something inside begs for freedom. Cautiously, eyes move, and I take a step forward, and I release the lock from my gun. I'm no trigger-happy person, not even sure this will work against a ghost. But right now, its smooth surface against my palm with the trigger on my finger provides the closest thing I have to relief as I approach the closet.
Ashton, what are you doing?
I don't think that's a good idea. We should just...
Worried as they all are, they immediately stop with a slight raise of my hand. But the edge is there, while they all huddle in the space between the door and the room. In case this goes south, whatever I find inside, they have enough time and space to run from their position. In 2 deep breaths, I crossed the room and stood in front of the closet. Whatever's inside is yet to stop thrashing. Instead, it is now moving, banging at the door, louder and louder the longer I delay. Another shallow breath. A glance at my companions. A nod. Something creaks. Then, in the next moment, I'm grasping at the handles and swinging the doors wide open to reveal nothing. Right away, I part the clothes hanging on it, and still none. No ghost. No woman. Not a single trace of whoever's inside. Confused, I glance back toward my companions, only to see them mirroring the same expression on my face. Yahtzee! The noise has finally stopped, but I'm quite sure it isn't my imagination. Or maybe it is, and I'm just too strung up that my head's now making things up. Whatever the case is, we need to get out of here as soon as possible. This only confirms we aren't safe anywhere. I just thought of something. If Isabel dies early on in the game, that means Isabel would die before Rose. Which means maybe it's possible to save Rose in that situation. The next situation, I'm barking orders in.
Everyone, we need to... Ah!
I'm sent sprawling on my back and something cold catches my ankle and yanks. The resulting fall knocks the wind out of me. Pain racks my whole spine, back of my head, as it collides with the floor with force enough to dislodge my own brain from my skull. A moment lasts before it starts to fade from my vision, and then I sense it. Cold tendrils twisting around my ankle, the smell of the vile rot assaulting my nose, nauseating, sickening. A foul smell draining every feeling in my body. The moment her horrid laughter, still and as unpleasant and vicious as last time I've heard it, reaches my ears, my eyes snap open. Oh, hi there. Perhaps it's just an experience, or maybe my mind's still attempting to comprehend this. Yeah, it probably is. Regardless, the minute my eyes land her, the whole body freezes. The gun in my hand turns useless as my grip on it slackens. Would a gun really help? I mean, a book works, so I guess why not? Her gaze bores on me, I say. A look of utter hatred. Would you like green eggs and ham? Like, oh no, I don't want green eggs and ham! From the suspect, mostly murderers who have never read the actions being caught. Oh yeah, the malice, hatred. I know the moment she laughs again and starts dragging me toward it, it's already going to be the...
Ashton! Snap out of it!
No! I can't die here. Not yet. Not gonna die.
Everyone out! Get out! Get out of here!
One powerful tug, I yank my foot out of her grip and scramble back to my feet. You know, why didn't we just throw some instant ramen at her that Isabel leaves sitting everywhere? In the span of a second, I'm gunning for the door and grabbing the wrist. Not necessarily a bad end. Hey, yeah. The chatter reached my ears first, halting my movements. Sure enough, when I glance up, I find them. Zach, Rebecca, and Isabella, just as they've entered the park grounds, bag of convenience store food in hand. After the last night's flight from Salem, well, we've elected to stay the night here, unsure if our own homes will still be safe. Normally we'd all be adverse to the idea of spending the night outside like this, but panic and distress has tainted that decision. It's not like any of us have gotten any sleep on the off chance. But looking at them right now, it's easy to mistake them for a group of friends on a day out. Isabel is gesturing wildly with her arms as she talks. Something funny or amusing because it's soon followed by Zach's booming laughter and Rebecca's giggles. Their voices fill the atmosphere with a temporarily easy off the disheartening mood. It's easy to pretend we're not knee-deep in a life and death situation the way they're acting right now. If anything, it's only their appearance that betrays that mask. Slightly disheveled, bags under their eyes, an exhausted curve in their shoulder, and dragging footsteps. But the closer they get, the more obvious these signs are to the naked eye. Zach tosses an energy drink my way the moment the distance allows it. Isabella hands me the other bag she's holding before seating herself on the edge of the fountain. The scent of warm food immediately wafts from the bag when I open it, carried further by a passing breeze. Whatever sweet sausage is in the pork wonton be, it smells heavenly. Hell, even some sorry-looking vegetable symbolize it. Dead people, the letter, the curse.
What now? Where do we go from here?
Wow, everyone's like... Normally in this part of the story, everyone's like... Isabel and... By everyone, I mean Rebecca and Isabel are getting pissed at each other. Or, you know, if Becca's dead, it's me and Isabel getting pissed at each other. But... I haven't had a situation where Isabel's been dead yet. Isabel and Luke have yet to die. And Hannah's merely gotten possessed like 50 billion times. Almost as many times as Zach has died. Again, I'm sorry, Zach. I don't know why you were the first person to die horribly. I think I'm terrible at survival games. Ah, shit! We devolved into the
But
asshole
we can't just stay
angriness
here.
again.
That much is
I thought Zach was going to
We
help.
can't just keep running like this either, Becca.
Zach!
Sooner or later, she'll...
As if we have a
Zach!
choice. We can't even go back to our own homes because that thing might get us. No, we're safe. But dying is the last thing I want to do right now, Isabella. Not to a stupid chain letter. You were...
I didn't do it on purpose. Becca, had I known, I...
Hey, you two. None of us want to die to this. Just calm down. We ain't getting anywhere shouting at each other.
Whose side are you on, Zachary?
No one's. But we can't just say it's her fault. She did warn us not to open it, and both you and Ashton...
That doesn't exempt her from any blame. She's still largely responsible for it.
For some reason, everyone blaming Isabel is just want me to see a version of the future where she warns everyone and then she just goes home and she dies. And then everyone's like, oh, shit, maybe we should have listened to our friend who literally handed us a piece of paper that looked like it was written in blood that literally just said, help me, help me, help me, help me.
We wouldn't even be
Horror movie aside, if you have a real life friend
This ain't the place for
who hands you a
petty
letter
squabbles.
that says,
don't want to get caught
help
then
me,
stay out of this, Zachary.
whether it be once or 100 times,
Don't stop her.
even if it's
Let
not
her
written
say
in
it.
blood,
I'm sure she
but
has
100 times
plenty
and in
more to
blood
say.
definitely
Is that any
helps
better? She's
to
already...
drive home the point.
Already what?
Mainly if your
You want
friend
me to
has
say
that
it
much of a
out
red
loud?
flag
That
that,
I find you
that
in this whole
they
thing.
wind up giving you a letter that says, help me,
That's enough.
they
Everyone,
may
shut
need
up.
some help. You know, even if it's not a curse or something like that, the fact that they would do such a thing means they are not okay. and they need their friends. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that part of the story turns out. I assume Ash should be like, oh shit, what happened? He's going to think it's a serial killer, and then maybe he goes and shoots Luke right in the head because he thinks Luke killed her. I don't know. Come on, Zach. You're our rock. You're our anchor. Come on. I know you can do it. You are... Come on. You're our grounder. You can do this, buddy. Definitely afraid. The possibility might come sooner than I can figure all this out. Fuck! I still can't think straight. We need Barks root beer, my buddy! I still can't believe the next words come from my mouth. That out of everyone, I have to be the one saying these to them. This is more their forte than mine, keeping the peace, placating everyone, while I unintentionally aggravate people with badly chosen words. Funny how fast the tables have been turned. I feel like
If we all want to get out of this mess in one piece, we're gonna have to...
What if the couple has fallen victim to the curse too? It is what he was worried about. It doesn't fall outside the realm of possibility. I've been so biased, not even thinking that they might be in danger as well. But during the open house with Isabel, they might have even seen the letter and...
Stupid. Some fucking detective I am.
That's like the moment when Cooper saw it. So when it all ends, a loud shuffling foot from the adjacent hallway, a sigh is all that leaves me. There's no need for me to look up to know who it is. Zach's tread alone are telling me that a weighted set to them, steps that are taken with a lazy cadence. Like he's always trying to make himself smaller, less conspicuous than he actually is. In a place he's unfamiliar with, he also tends to linger, stand awkwardly outside as if he's all too afraid to break something. That, or he's waiting for permission of some kind. Either way, he's never been the kind to barrel headfirst into things, or forego courtesy despite appearances. Much like how Rebecca's mother Henning belies her fiery temper, where Isabella's rare displays of maturity appears at odds with her youth. There has always been a lot of those in my life. It seems more so for people I've grown closer to over the years. Walking contradictions we all are. It's a wonder how we ended up as friends in the first place. But maybe that's exactly why. To some extent, there's still an understanding in there and knowing that no matter how long you've been together, or how familiar you are with the person's habits, or how many lifetimes there might be for all of you, one can never fully know a person. Sometimes it works because they merely choose to. Who likes the Evangelion series? I do. Sometimes it's as simple as someone extending a hand first for an apology, regardless of every hurtful word said.
Hey, Ash?
This time I glance at him briefly, gauging the mood. Not because reconciliation's an issue for me between us, it never will be. But somehow, this is another thing I'm all too afraid to see crumble in front of me. One wrong word, if this is going to end an argument, we might as well stop as early as now. There's another long pause for him, during which he can't seem to figure out what to do with his hand. Did you take a picture of the ghost, or are you going to show me the pictures where Hannah's face looks like a ghost? Right, because you have, first off, you have the pictures of Hannah being possessed. And two, you took a picture of the ghost in your own home. I have not seen that, actually. Well, you haven't had a chance to develop that, have you? It's still in your camera's film. You need your special dark room to do that kind of film.
Did you,
But-
get any sleep?
But you have pictures of Hannah. Maybe you're going to show me those pictures.
For a few hours, yeah.
Curt, brusque, not an ounce of friendliness in it. Well, I mean, if you're tired, you're tired. I mean, it makes it harder. Zack takes as a sign. Relief washes over him as his shoulders relax and releases a tense breath. Soon he's closing the distance he has put between us and flops under the chair to my right.
I think the better question is if the dreams are pleasant. And for the record, no.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I get those a lot.
He shifts in his seat, coughs, drums his fingers on the counter for a short while, then falls silent. That's it. No apologies. Somehow that short exchange is all we need. The air changes again, much like everything we've known lately. Maybe not for the better. Not yet. However, it's less suffocating, with less hostility and resentment. The kind where it's easy to pretend, easy to forget. Not that it's a thing that'll happen anytime soon, but one can dream. In a situation where death might come knocking any time, it's these little hope we cling to. It's these little things we wish will happen again. It's not an optimistic person by nature. Hopeful, maybe, but never optimistic. Though I want to believe there's a way we'll live through this nightmare. It's just funny how it took all this to spur these kinds of thoughts. I can't even remember the last time I had something like this occur to me. For some reason, after seeing one harrowing thing after another, I've simply forgotten.
Why are you suddenly smiling like that?
Huh? Oh, no, I was just thinking about something.
Well, it better be something that'll get us out of this mess.
What makes you think I know how to fix this? Until 2 days ago, I didn't even believe a word you guys have been telling me. Zack, I function better when I'm dealing with homicide cases. Hell, feel free to throw in the usual robbery and missing persons case into the mix. I don't care. Give me a few days
Well, I
I'll give you a
mean,
lead.
it is all those things.
This?
It is a
This
ghost
isn't
committing
what I-
homicide.
This isn't what I'm
And
good
she
at.
robbed Hannah
For all
of her
you know,
body,
I might even end up
and
getting us killed. I
her
have
own
no idea what I'm
corporeal
doing.
form,
Well, the fact that you're
and
frustrated but
sense
still
of
trying
ethics and
already
soul
means
is
something.
missing.
Besides, you don't make that face unless you already have an idea. It can't be any worse than this. Maybe. It's on your mind, Ash.
Between Rebecca and him, I tend to share with him things I won't normally say to the other. Unlike her, who pushes sometimes with the same tenacity as her moods, Zack has a strange tendency to ease people into telling him what he wants to know. Oftentimes, the question feels so subtle it catches me off guard, with less force and more forbearance. After all, out of everyone, he's the most grounded. Thank you for backing me up on that, Ash. Really, he's like our older brother I never had. The kind you can depend on when things go sour. Yeah, Zack is dependable. The kind of thing you tell someone because he'll listen.
We still have one more lead we haven't checked. I'm gonna look into it tonight.
It doesn't take him long to put two and two together, and his calm expression abruptly dissolves to worry the second he realizes what I meant. We've already examined the letter, read through the piles of documents. There's only one we haven't given a once over. The mansion. The Addams family. Of course, Zack may not be the kind of push. I still think it's cool that Major Bison from Street Fighter has his older brother, Doc Brown from Back to the Future. But yeah, Doc Brown from Back to the Future is the
Hold on,
older
didn't
brother
you tell
of
me
Major
not to
Bison
go in there?
from Street Fighter.
Whatever happened to
And if
stay
you don't
away
know what I
from
mean,
Luke Wright?
The actor who
unarmed
plays
civilians,
Major Bison in the Street
So?
Fighter movie is the same
So,
one who
I
plays
want you to
Adam
stay here and
Gomez
keep yourself safe.
in the Addams Family movie.
I probably won't
However,
take too long,
his older
but I don't
brother,
know what might
Fester,
happen. I'm not
is
even sure
also
if I'll
the
find
same
something.
actor who plays
Chief,
Doc
keep an eye on
Brown
you
in the
guys.
Back to the Future
If you
movies.
need anything, that woman shows up, just holler. He'll help out, no questions asked. You don't even need to explain anything.
He's not willing to concede, not from the manner he grips his knees, or the midget set his face to his jaw. I want to
I'm going
reread.
with you. You can't go in there alone, Ash. I heard something. The morning I was there, I heard someone scream, and then there was a woman crying, and I don't know what's going on inside that mansion, but I am telling you, you shouldn't face whatever's inside alone.
Before I can stop myself, a heavy breath escapes my mouth. It's one of the times where Zach means well, but he's completely missing the point I'm trying to make. When things take a turn for this, he gets in a mood like this. He's almost as headstrong as Isabella. I don't know which one's worse. Okay. Is this a positive? Yep, that's positive. Okay. I agree with him and take it with me, or I agree with him and drop the idea altogether. Neither appeals more than the other, especially when we're desperate for answers and way out. It all takes a little more honesty to make him drop this harebrained idea, so be it.
Look, man. Bro. Z-Man. Zach. Zachary, listen. I know you only want to help.
Like hell! This ain't just about helping, Ashton! You're throwing yourself in the thick of it, on your own! Was your fall last night really that bad? Did you hit your head hard?
I really
I
did.
honestly can't tell if you've gone stupid or just plain suicidal.
My head's okay, Zach. But it won't stay that way if we don't do anything about this. Someone has to.
Seriously, this is already desperate, though. The longer we dally, the faster we're losing our options. Do we even have one? Looking back at it, the whole business with I still think it's odd that just burning the letter is only an option if Marianne's alive. Makes me wonder, is there a third option that becomes available if Zach's alive? It's starting to feel as if there isn't any escape. We've already come to play things. The second Isabel found that letter. That her lives in her hand takes me off big time, but the idea of watching the people I care about die helplessly, more so. Understandable. They're much safer here than with me. It's a selfish thought, I know, born out of fear. So in case things are alright, at the very least, I want to make sure happy. For Zach to take the fall. The last thing I want. I've already made enough mistakes.
And that means it's just you.
Just me.
Suddenly he clams up. Although his actions restless shift in his shoulders, his mouth pressing closed in a tight line. Now he starts off again, quiet. It all gives away his real thoughts, long before two words have even made it out of his mouth.
I'm sure you already know about this. Maybe this is you trying to make amends, or whatever. I don't know. You're making your own decisions here. But if something happens to you, it'll be just that. You'll just be another dead body out there. Please, don't do something like this.
Don't worry. I'm not stupid enough to get myself killed.
Actually,
I just want things to go back to normal.
like I said, unless somebody comes to rescue you, you get strangled to death by the butler. Which I don't know if there's a way that actually does pan out that way, but it seems like it's quite the possibility. that, yeah. The stench of blood and gore and death trailing after us. We may survive this, but those things? That's what ice cream is for. Yeah, so will ice cream. And sherbet. And Italian ice. And sorbet. Ooh, I haven't had sorbet in a while. That'd be awesome, like get some orange or lemon sherbet stuff. That'd be really good.
$3
My head snaps up and I turn to the puzzle. He's staring at his hands with a thoughtful expression, brows furrowed in deep concentration. Like he's trying to choose the right words to convey what he's about to say.
3 hours? For what?
That's more than enough time to go there, to check things, like you said, and travel back here. If you don't show up here beyond that, I'm going after you.
From his tone, it sounds like a warning. I'm not sure if it's his intention. But hearing something like that from a person like Zack, I can't help but chuckle, throw in a jibe, despite how dire things are. Well, I mean, humor's a good coping mechanism. Just like the old times.
Make that 4.
What? You said you're just gonna check things. Why would you even need that?
Because I want to raid their fridge. They are rich, and I'm sure they must have something delicious in their refrigerator.
I so wanna punch you right now.
No, that's not what I wanted to do. Nothing short of jovial, the disapproval is clear. He's obviously misunderstanding the situation. I don't know what you think the situation is.
Boys, drummer's nice and all. I used to watch these bloody god-awful afternoon serials with one of my brothers many, many years ago. But listen, I am not having one in my pub, alright? You two want to fight? Go out.
What? A pregnant pause? What? What? What does that even mean? I have never heard that expression. I have never, ever... Is that just an England? Is that a British expression? I mean, there's been so many British expressions that I don't know what the hell they are. But a pregnant pause? Excuse me? What does that even mean? When our mirth dies down, before anything can be said further, before I change my mind, I step away from them. Giving Zack's shoulder a quick few pats, mumbling a lame excuse. So, do we not get that argument between Becca and Isabel if Zack's alive? Has seen me at my lowest plenty of times. Why does all of that matter now? Okay. This is a big change. The sun lowers and I drive by. Or are we just coming up to that fight? Oh. Yep, here it is. And that's where we're going to save. So we're going to save, and we will call it quits here. So I hope everyone out there had a great day. Bye.